I have been a fan of Olight for a long time. I love their flashlights. Their flashlights are second to none. They're great designs. They work very well. They're very durable. And most importantly, they're really cost conscious. They're not the most expensive lights out there. But did you know that Olight makes other stuff? I actually didn't. I'm embarrassed to say I did not know that they made things like prybars and pins. We're going to take a look at a few of those other items here, as well as a flashlight near the end of the video, so stay tuned. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. There was a great response to my grandfather's World War II EDC video, and I really appreciate you taking a look at that. Again, that's not going to be the norm on the channel. I don't have a lot of old stuff, but there will be some more content like that coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed to get more of that. But mainly we'll be talking about EDC, modern EDC stuff on this channel, and thank you so much for your thoughtful comments and views on the previous videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us grow. Thank you so much for being with us. Of course, you guys know who Olight is. They've been around for a while. They make really good quality flashlights. I have been a fan for quite a while. I've owned a lot of Olight stuff before they even got in touch with me. My favorite light is actually the iMini that's on my keys, and it's made by Olight as well. I've been with them for years, so when they reached out and said, hey, we'd like to send you a couple of products to review, I was absolutely like, yes, flashlights, more flashlights, right? It's going to be awesome. But the product list got to me, and I said, wait a minute, they wanted me to review a prybar and a pen? They make those? And it turns out, yeah, they do. And it turns out they're pretty good. I was skeptical at first until I got them in my hands. So let's get into this. So before we get into it, I do want to say that Olight did send these items to me free of charge. They're not paying for any kind of sponsorship in this video, but they did want me to review these, and they did not approve it before I posted this video. They do want to give you a 10% off coupon code. So if you want to check the link in the description, the links for all of these items are there, as well as the coupon code. Make sure you check that. Make sure you give Olight your support. They make some really good stuff. So let's get into it. This is the Otical 2. It's the Otical tool. It's a really nice little prybar. Olight describes this as an 8-in-1 tool. It serves as a prybar, a bottle opener, a metric ruler, a hex wrench with 5mm, 6mm, 6.35mm, 8mm, and 10mm sockets there. It's made of titanium with it's got a high strength and corrosion resistance. It's got a stone washed body. And what I really like is it's got this really cool copper inlay that you can probably see there. Of course, you've got the blue hardware. That's kind of a hallmark of Olight's flashlights, as well as some of their other tools. It's a pretty good sized prybar, and it's got a titanium pocket clip. It's not a deep pocket clip, as you'll see in some of the B-roll here. It does stick out at the top, but it's got a lanyard hole at the top to where you can put a lanyard in it so you can easily get it out of a pouch or get it out of your pocket. It's only 1.76 ounces or 50 grams, so it's very lightweight. Of course, titanium is always lightweight if made properly. It's about 0.37 inches thick, about 9.4 millimeters. It's about 4.5 inches long, 114 millimeters, and about 0.87 inches wide, which is about 22 millimeters. Of course, you've got the Otical 2 here, the TNP, and of course the Griffin pocket tool right here. I like this thing a lot. If you have not seen the benefits of having a prybar in your EDC, absolutely you should get one, and I highly recommend this one for the cost. It only runs you about 40 bucks on Olight's store, and of course with a 10% off coupon, that'll knock that down to 36 bucks. Next is the Olight O-Pen Mini, and it's only 3.66 inches in length. It can be totally concealed. It's got a deep carry clip there. It can be totally concealed in your pocket. This thing is tiny. It's got these awesome little swervy ribs that give you some grip while you're riding, of course, but also makes it incredibly light. I was incredibly impressed by this. This is a bolt action small EDC pen that writes really well. So, note from future Chad here, I carried this pen for a couple of days in my pocket, and it was so lightweight that I forgot to take it out, and it went through the wash and the dryer, and I will say that this pen held up. It did not get any ink. It got ink on my hands when I pulled it out, and when I pulled the top off of it here, but this pen did not come apart, and it did not get any ink on any, even the pants that they were clipped to did not get any of those on there. You can see some of the spillage at the top here, but this pen did not get any of the ink on. I had white shirts in that load, and it didn't get a spot on them. And so a testament to kind of Olight's engineering there. I ruined their pen, but it didn't ruin my clothes. It's got something called a Premex stainless steel tip on the tip, so you're gonna have less blotting and all sorts of different things while you write. And that's the most important thing with an ink pen, is that it actually writes, and it writes well. Of course, the bolt action is fidget friendly. The fidget factor is pretty great in this light, and I love this OD color. It's a little bit more of like a forest green color to me, but still, you can't go wrong with green. I think they have this in purple as well. I would love to see a black version. I didn't see a black version on their site, but I'm sure that the anodized black version would look really cool on this. I really like this. This pen is gonna set you back only about 12 bucks. Very cool little pen. So I'm really pumped. You guys know I'm fond of the Data Crew pouches. Well, this fits into the Data Crew pouch just fine. The Data Crew pouch is pretty short. You have to have pretty short things to fit in it, and it fits really, really well. So this is the Baton 3, and the Baton 3 was sent to me by Olight, and it is a wonderful update to an already really, really good light. As you can see here, I have owned the SR1 Baton, or S1R Baton, for quite a while, as well as their bigger version, the S2R Baton 2, for a long time. I love these lights, and I love the fact that they've got that one click, and you've got a really good, you just hold on to it and it just goes through the different brightness settings. And what I really like about it is it's got this magnetic charger at the top to where you can charge via USB. But I love the short stubby nature of these lights. These are perfect little EDC lights, and you can see here the differences in the lights. There's not much difference except the kind of the knurling, or the grip here on the light is I think it's a little bit better myself. And you've got a wider grip on the S1R, but on the Baton 3 here, it's more standard branding, of course. And you've got Baton 3 across there. I think they moved away from the S1R and S2R. I think they thought that might be a little too confusing. The most obvious difference is, of course, the etched out grip here, the blue reversible belt clip. And this is gonna be one of those belt clips that you're gonna be able to put on a hat and use it as a headlamp. Very, very neat. I love these lights. I've always loved these lights. I've carried the S1R for a long, long time. It has been wonderful for me, and I imagine that the S2R is gonna be the same. This little light has a 166 meter distance for the bulb for the flashlight here. It's only 2.5 inches in length and about 1.87 ounces, so it's very light. It is a little chunky. It does bulge a little bit in your pocket, but it fits in a ton of pouches. I've talked about the STW pouch here, and it fits in there very, very nicely. The premium edition actually has a USB-C port on it so that you can charge it with any kind of familiar charger that you have. It comes in a bunch of different colors. In fact, they've got a Christmas green on the website as well. So make sure you go over to Olight and check out these lights. Check out the pry bars, check out all of the different tools that they have, especially those EDC pens that are very cost effective and cheap. I've always loved Olight's products, and these pry bars and the pen, and especially their lights that they're made famous for, are second to none. They're wonderful quality. I've always loved them. Head over to Olight's website and you can get 10% off on any of these items that I just talked about, as well as some other items on the store. Again, thank you so much for watching. Olight was kind enough to send me these items, and I really, really appreciate that. And I hope you appreciate the video. Go give them a shout. There's a 10% off coupon code in the description. Make sure that you subscribe, because we're growing like crazy on here on the channel. Really appreciate that very much, and I appreciate your attention today. Go out and have a great week. That was good, right?
That's cut.
Okay.
That's a wrap.